Hello friends, in this video we will learn how to use mathematical operations, head and tail functions, selection, indexing and slicing on series in pandas. You can apply all the functions, all the arithmetical operations on the series or data frame. For that purpose you will have to create two series and that should be of same size. That means if first series contains 4 elements, then the second series must also contain 4 elements. And if you perform addition operation on two series, the first element of first series will be added with first element of the second series, second element of first series with second element of second series, third element of first series with third element of second series. This way the addition operation will be performed element by element. So in this program a panda series have been created S and the second series is T. Third line of this program is showing addition operation in two series and assigning the result to U. So U becomes the third series. And you can observe at the right hand side in the output that when you add the first two elements of S and T, you will get 2. The second two elements addition will be 4 and third two elements addition will be 7. Similarly, you can apply multiplication. It will also be done one by one, element by element. First element of S will be multiplied with first element of T. Second element of S will be multiplied with second element of T. Third element of S will be multiplied with third element of T, and so on. You can also apply other operations like division, subtraction and other mathematical operations. They all will be done element by element, and for that purpose the number of element in these two series must be same. Head function. Head function is actually a function which returns first n rows of any series or data frame. For example, if you have a series that have 5 values, then the head function will return the first 3 rows of this series. That means first 3 index and first 3 values. From here you can see the example of the 4-line code. S is a series of 5 values, index is a list of values, and this series function have been passed 1 2 3 4 5 a list of values and index of values. Line 3 is just continuation of line 2. It is not a different line. The next line, print s dot head 3. Here inside the head function you have passed the number 3. It decides how many rows will be read from starting of the series. So this series have 5 rows, index have 5 values, column values have 5 values. So this series have total 5 rows. From that 5 rows, first 3 rows will be read. And by default, if you do not pass any number in the head function, that means you simply write head function without writing any number, 5 elements or 5 rows of the series will be read. tail function. So, similar to head function, tail function works. It reads last three elements or rows in series and data frame. Again, here second or and 3 number line is actually the continuation of second line. It is not a different line. So this program have only 3 lines. In the last line, the function tail have been called over the series s dot tail, and inside tail function number 3 have been passed. So last 3 rows of this series, that means the values 3 4 5 and indexes CDE will be displayed. Accessing elements using indexing and slicing. Similar to list arrays, you can use indexing and slicing here. Indexing is used to access any elements. Here you simply write the series name, square bracket, and inside a square bracket write the index position. And slicing, write the series name inside bracket, pass start, stop, and step values, separating by columns as you did with list. So output corresponding to line number 4 actually and 5 are given here. Retrieve data using labels as index. You can access data of any series by using labels. That means if the index is given A, B, C, D, E here as in this example, you can use labels to retrieve data. In indexing, you are using series name, square bracket, and inside square bracket you are writing one index, or you are doing slicing. In labeling, you are writing series name, two square brackets, opening square bracket, labels separated by comma, and two closing square brackets. In line number 3 you can see this S is a series, and for that the indexes that have label C and D have been passed with separation of comma. So the output can be seen here. The rows where C and D indexes are, they are displayed. So C and D are displayed and their corresponding values are displayed. In line number 4 the indexing has been shown again, but you cannot use indexing as labeling. That means you cannot pass two indexes as you are doing in indexing. The last line shows that as index C and comma index D. Here you have used only one square bracket, so it is indexing and it will produce an error. Remember, in labeling, when you are using label as index, you will have to use two opening square bracket and two closing square bracket and any number of labels separated by comma. Retrieving data from selection. You can select any number of columns or rows to display that. Here we have some functions that are used for retrieving or accessing data by selection. The first one is LOC. It gets rows or columns with particular labels from the index. That means if you give label A, C and D, then the rows of A and C and D will be displayed. And the second is ILOC, gets rows at particular positions in the index. ILOC will display the particular positions. For example, If you give A, B and C, then the rows A, B, C will be displayed. For the first one, LOC, if you provide a particular label, then up to that label in the series, all the rows will be displayed. IX is not currently being used, so it is not essential to go into this. Here is the example of LOC. And this you have passed in the second line S dot LOC colon 3. This actually slice up the series up to the label 3. You can see in the series and first line that 3 is third last label in index. So up to this point, all the rows, row of 49, row of 48, row of 47, up to row of 3, all will be displayed. ILOC. With ILOC, you can provide which, up to which, how many or which rows to be displayed. So here in ILOC, when you pass column 3, it means the rows from starting from 0 to 2 will be shown. Going back to LOC, when you pass column 3, then the label 3 will be matched in the indexes of the series, and up to that point all the rows will be displayed. In ILOC, 3 means number of rows. Here in LOC it was label, here it is number of rows. Thank you.